What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? This is your boy Is Nefarious, and I am here for another episode following the career of Cristiano Ronaldo. We are here and struggling, but before we get into everything that's going on in this series, if you're enjoying the content, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. And we are struggling. Like I said, this team is atrocious, and you could tell when we look at the league table. So here is the league table, and we are the worst team in EFL League 2. 24 out of 24 teams. We are 2-0-7. We have 7 losses. We have not drawn yet. We have 2 wins, but we have not got a single draw. And we are far away from what we want to do, and that's get promoted into the next league. So the question is, how can we fix this? Let's take a look at our tactic. So here with our tactic, we're running a 4-2-4 gang press type of tactic. We got a build-up center back in the backfield with a defender center back. We also got a fullback on balance on the right side. We got a wing back on balance on the left side. Our wingers are a balanced winger and a roaming inside forward. You also got a target forward on attack and a poacher on attack. Midfield, you got a box to box and a deep lying playmaker. And what we could do is make some slight adjustments. Now we are actually the worst, tied for the worst when it comes to goals against. So our offense is with 13 goals for, which is not bad. 18 goals against, which ties the worst in the league. So we have to make a change there. We got to figure out how to get a little bit more defense. We are a heavy pressing team. How could we keep that pressing mentality but add a little bit of defense to the backside? So we're going to adjust this tactic and then pick it up on the other side when we figure out exactly how we want to move forward with this tactic. So after some little adjustments to this tactic, we're going to run a winger on the left side. The left winger is going to be a winger on attack. Poacher on attack as the left striker. We're going to have a false nine build up as the right striker. The right winger on the is going to be inside forward on attack. You're going to have McLaughlin playing a defending center midfielder. You're also going to have a box to box midfielder on the side of him. You're going to have the false back at the left back who's going to be on defense, so he's going to stay back. You're going to have the defender in Baker who's going to play a center back defend. Brennan's going to be a center back defend. And then you're also going to have a support wing back on the right hand side with Thomas, and then you're gonna have a sweeper keeper. So we'll see if our defense is able to play a lot better than they have recently. We did commit a little bit more to the defensive side of things, where McLaughlin's going to stay back, and then you're going to have Glennon stay back as much as possible. We might change Thomas to a balanced wing back, but right now we got him on support because it has more of a defensive role when you look at it. The balanced will stay forward sometimes out of possession. At least with the support, it will get back if we don't have possession. The right back will get back without possession. So that's going to be the tactic. The other thing we really want to do in this series is continue to move forward, continue to advance through this series, just to show you where we are on the calendar. We want to get towards the end of the season. We are only 8 games in, so hopefully in this sim I could get a couple months fast forward into the future. We could pick up where we are at that point and get an idea, and maybe show you some highlights of some big games or big matchups that we have. But we want to get as far as possible in this sim, because we are a rebuilding team, or a rebuilding squad I should say, and you know, we're gonna try to win, but there's no guarantees there. So let's get forward in the sim. Let's see how this team does you know, when we get 2 months into it. So a month into our sim, some big stuff has happened. We'll go over to the notifications. We had 2 injuries in that time. We had Nick Townsend and Brennan, who both got injured for 4 weeks. So let's go ahead and show you the new squad right now. So right now we're going to run Martin Houdlin and Baker Richardson and Kamwa up at the front. You got Moeni, McLaughlin, Warner, Baker, Glennon, Thomas, and then you also got Carney, who's going to take over at the keeper position. But we lose our best keeper and we lose one of our better defenders. Gonna make sure that we take our keeper out of the lineup completely and put Webb as the backup as we get another FA Cup. But in that month, it wasn't a bad sim. So let's see the results of the four or so games that we played within that month. So our first game of that month was Bradford. We did play the league game where we lost 4-2. So the first game that we had to play was Bradford. We ended up winning 2-1. Next game was Harrogate. We were able to beat them 1-0. I don't know who that blue decal is for. We ended up drawing our next game. We lost the last two though, so definitely a bad run in the last couple of games. Now we got a cup game, the FA Cup, Emirates FA Cup against Salford. We got Tremere. We also got it looks like Americom. We got Grimsby and we got Notts County in this month, so hopefully we could continue that. But I also, before we start jumping into the sim, I want to take a look at the youth squad, because can we call somebody up? Is somebody within those rule brackets that we have, you know, not exceeding the potential 10 plus of the potential of our max guy right now, which if you want to really understand what that is, go back in the other episodes where I explain it. But let's take a look at the youth squad, because we should have updated potentials for them. So looking at the youth squad, you got Matthew Ho, or Howe, I should say, not Ho. Howe, who has 75 to 83 potential. So it looks like his potential is going to be too high for us to sign. So he'll probably just sit on the youth squad until somebody picks him up. Cano is actually somebody that we can definitely sign. He's only 14 though. Obviously got more time to develop. You got Gallagher, who's also somebody that might be too good for us at 72 to 80 potential. He's 17 years old. He's close to being signed as well. He's a 57 overall left back and right back. Taking a look at Tilia, he's somebody that we could sign. He's only 14 right now. Kabanu is somebody that looks like we'll be able to sign. He's still working on becoming a right back, but 16 years old, a 52 overall. If he gets a little bit better, definitely somebody we would keep an eye on. You got Mason Willis, who is 14 years old, still got time. You got Stephen Moran, who's a 79 to 87 potential, somebody that again will sit on this youth squad until somebody else picks him up, or you know, they lapse, because his potential is a little too high for him to sign with our squad. You got Thomas Walters, who's got 66 to 74 potential, so he's actually in that window where we could potentially sign him. So he's 66 to 74. You got Marquez, who's a 78 to 86, so he looks like he's going to be a little too good for us to sign. And there's a way to check on their potential. I could go ahead and use the it's called Career Manager tool. It's a website, which, you know, if you want to take a search it, it's CM Tracker, I think it is cmtracker.com or something like that. But they tell you what the potential is of the youth academy guys. So we could figure out if we need to call up somebody like Walters, who is a right wing and left mid. We could actually teach him how to play left wing as well, which would help us severely if we do that. So let's go ahead and actually do that, because he's got a left foot as well. So I want to go ahead and we're going to go to the position and we're going to teach him how to play left wing. We want him to be somebody that can play on the left side and the right side. So we'll put him on that development plan so he can start playing that left wing. And yeah, so we'll take a look. Some of these guys we might be able to sign. It looks like a lot of these guys are these, you know, top end guys we're probably going to have to let lapse. So that's the kind of situation that we got with the youth academy right now. So not a bad month in sim wise. It does still put us towards the bottom of the league table. We obviously don't move up too much. Let's go to our competition here, and we are now 22nd, so we're moving up a little bit, not a lot. We got our first draw. We are how many points away? So oh, it actually changed the competition on us. I don't know why. So going back to our competition, so we got 13 points, and to get to the top half, you're looking at 25 points. So we're 12 points away, still early on in the season. But let's jump into more simming, and let's see if we're able to, you know, get a good win streak going this month. So we're finally getting some updates on our scouting reports, as well as our pro scouts are doing their job. And we got some interesting guys like Makama here. He's got pretty, we're going to look for somebody with pace. He has good pace. It looks like he'll be very good in the air. He could play the poacher or advanced forward, which is poacher is, you know, one of the fits for us. So we're going to shortlist him. Maybe this is somebody we could go out and grab, but right now we don't have the money for him. You also got Josh Benson, who would be a good addition. He could play that box-to-box midfielder. We do need a upgrade there, so we'll shortlist him. You got another center mid. He plays more of a defensive role, 64 overall. I don't know if he's transfer listed at all. I don't think it shows it in here. But looking at the values, 1.1 million, so that might be a little too high. Same thing with Makama, a little too expensive. You got Liam Gibson, who could play center back and left back. He does have the pace we're looking for with this press defense that we play. We also got Tyler Walton, who's got pretty good pace with 66. He's a 58 overall. Definitely not somebody we're super, you know, interested in, but he does play the false nine, which actually is, you know, a requirement on this team. So we'll shortlist him. We'll shortlist a few of these guys. I don't know about Liam Gibson. He doesn't have great pace, but he does have better pace than some of the guys we already have. So let's shortlist him. But we get some completions on this you know, scouting report. Some of these guys that we were trying to figure out. We still got Afede, who's here. His value is only 210, but we can't go out and get him right now because we don't have the money that we're looking for to sign some of these guys. I don't even think we got any youth scouts going out right now, which we don't, because our budget is absolutely terrible right now. 3 million in we're minus 3 million. So our club worth is 4.42 million, projection 3.05 million. Where is our budget right now? Initial budget was 1 million, prize money, ticket sales. Does it show where our budget is? Oh, current budget right at the top. Wow, I was missing that. Looking to the left. 10.842. So 10,842 euros. Our weekly budget right now is 318. So we do not have the money to go out and really get anybody. I think even the guy that we had shortlisted, he's, you know, somebody that's cheaper with 210, but you could say we're 200,000 away from getting him, and 180 for Walton, which is not bad, 300 for Gibson. So we got a lot of money issues right now. We probably got to start selling some guys, try to find the best player to sell at this point. I don't want to sign any of the youth academy guys and sell them because that seems like it's cheap as well. I wonder what some of their values are right now. If I look, does it show their value? I don't even know if it shows it. It does not. It shows development plan, progression. Doesn't give us a value amount for them. But we got some decisions to make. But let's jump into the sim. Like I said, just wanted to show you some of that stuff that was going on in the background and some of the ideas we might have to improve this team. Just wanted to jump in. We simmed our first game and we got 2 more injuries. Houdlean is going to be out. I don't know how long he's going to be out yet, but let's go to the unread messages. That'll tell us how long. So nope, not the conversations. We want to get to the unread emails. So we're gonna lose Kyle Houdlean to a torn calf muscle for 2 months, and then we got Matt Baker, who will be out for 3 months. So man, oh man, is it starting to hit us with these injury bugs. And our best striker right now would probably be Kamwa. Kamwa would probably take over that striker. You got Martin there. He's not really a striker, and we don't really have a pure right wing, so we'll put Evans at the right wing for now. Put Graves up there, or Greaves, I should say. Greaves is somebody that, you know, maybe we could use as a striker, even though he doesn't play that position. And now Baker. Good thing we do have a influx of center backs. That is something we do have. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put probably Jameson. We want to make sure that we maintain the pace. Put Warner there. Honestly, Clark got 42 pace, 53 pace from Jameson. We play a high line, so I don't want to have somebody that's slow out there. So we got to kind of be smart about this move, because if we do have somebody like Clark or Jameson that don't really have the pace, we're going to give up more goals. So let's go ahead with Evans for now. Then we're going to put Jameson as a backup option. Clark is still sitting there, not getting any minutes. And now we got a list of 4 different players on the IR. I forgot how long Ajiboye is out for, but he's another big one that's going to be out for a while. So this is the team. This is the team. The injury is starting to catch up to us. That is not good. So we might have to change our training plans to all out energy. We'll drop. We'll actually keep that. We'll go energy focused at 90 and then all out energy at 80. Performance focused, we'll leave that there. So hopefully we avoid more injuries. I just wanted to show you that because the injuries are starting to take over. All right, we got a big message here. The club is starting to feel some way, so we got to sort that out. There's some distraught within, or a disconnect within the dressing room. So now we got to worry about our team and our squad and losing us as far as morale and things like that, and that will lead to more bad play. So we got to figure out how to manage that on top of the injuries that we have. So with more injuries hitting this team like the plague, we had to make more adjustments. And as you can see, we got a new formation or tactic here. Still running the gegenpress. As you can see, we got a striker on poacher attack. We got a half winger on attack at the cam on the left side. We got Evans playing the right side on a playmaker role at cam. And taking a look at the center midfield from left to right, you got a box to box. You got a holding ball winning midfielder, and then you got a deep lying playmaker as well. And on the defense from left to right, you got a wing back on balance. You got a ball playing defender. You got a ball playing defender, and then you got an attacking wing back on attack on the right side, and then you got a balanced goalkeeper. And we're actually going to change couple of things. We're going to change these defenders to just regular defenders on balanced or defender on defend. We'll go with a defend, because we got a ball one in there. We got a defensive playmaker as well, and we might actually change this to a holding defender on defend. And then we're going to have the attacking wing back on attack, which we're going to keep, and then we'll have a sweeper keeper, or we'll just go with a defending goalkeeper. So that's the tactic moving forward until we start getting guys back from injury, because we just got 2 more injuries. We lost Townsend is back, that's the positive, but we lost Michael Spellman, and then we lost one of our strikers and Baker Richardson as well. So we got to worry about our health at this point. We're really getting hit with a lot of injuries, and we got a full scout report on Walter, who's actually a free agent and 70 overall. We could go out and get him. We do need some players. He's a center mid that plays box to box or a holding. He's got good stamina. The pace is okay. He might be somebody we bring in. He might be somebody we bring in at this point. We definitely need more players, but going from our best player being a 63 to a 70, that seems a little cheap. I think when it comes to free agents, they got to be within a, let's say, within a couple overalls. So we could go up to a 65 or a 66. I feel like if we jump up to a 70 added to this team, you know, it would be a little cheap, if that makes sense. So you need time to get 100%, and then we have a other conversation. But let's jump back into the sim. I mean, man, the injuries are, as you can see with Ronaldo's face there, the injuries are just hitting. The injuries are hitting, and we're trying to figure it out. We did receive an offer from Jameson, who wants to leave. They're interested in getting him for 130 or 200. His value is between 130 and 240k. They're offering 165. So let's go ahead and delegate. We'll take the 165. Let's start the offer at, I think 300 is good. Or we'll go 290. We'll say 290. Start the offer at 290. Let's see if they take him, because we're willing to give him up at this point. He's not really playing. We got a complete scouting report. We're starting to get more scouting reports, which is good. 75 pace. He is somebody that's 2.1 million in value, so we're really not going to get him. 67 overall. So we can't get him, but we're starting to get some scouting reports completed, which is nice for the next transfer window. And we're starting to get some people back. We got Townsend back. Now we're getting Brennan back as well. So at least we're getting a little healthy, but we're still dealing with a lot of injuries. So we got an agreement from Barrow, and it's going to be 230,000, which we'll take at this point because we need the money. So we'll take that. He's not playing. Before he gets super upset, we'll go ahead and take that amount from them, and let's see how much they give us in transfer budget. So Michael Spellman is able to return, not too worried about that, and we'll see how much. We're not going to be able to see yet. We're going to wait until we actually sell him, and we're going to have some people come back. Now it's looking terrible. It is looking really terrible. Shown real potential. You're getting transferred. I don't even know why I'm talking to you. So almost done with this month sim. We'll pick it up when we're done. We had a lot go on in this month, and it's not looking good, as you know. We're still working on having a tactic and having enough depth, so when we do have injuries like this, we're not scrambling. Right now we are scrambling, trying to figure out what we're going to run for a tactic and be successful. So another month down, and we had a bad month. We did go 3-0-3 with 3 losses, but the 3 losses, as you can see, all league games. We won our 3 cup games. We lost all 3 league games that we had this week. And now this week, this month we're gonna have looks like 5 league games, which we could hopefully get some wins in, and then 1 cup game, probably another cup game depending on if we win that. But we're doing well in the cups, but we're not doing well in the league. So hopefully, we start getting some wins. So we got a player that's being sold. When is the next transfer window? It opens next month, so let's get to next month where the transfer window opens to see where this team is, and then maybe wrap it up there. Or it might be a long episode where we get a little bit deeper into the save. But we got to take a look at some of our options when it comes to this team, because right now, after those 3 losses that we just had to deal with, our League 2 standings, we are back on 24th and 4 points behind 23rd. So we are the worst team in the league by far, and far away from where we need to be. So it's time to really look at our youth squad. We're going to take a look based on CM Tracker that tells us the potential of these players, and we're going to decide if we're going to sign somebody or not, if we're going to sign one of these young kids that are ready to go, that we have in this youth squad. As you can see, 75 to 81 from Howe, probably not going to get signed. You got a 62-66 from Cano. When it comes to the guys that are really able to get signed right now, you got Gallagher, who might get signed. It depends on what his potential range is, we almost tripped up completely. Potential range is going to be, or potential is going to be. And then we have Walters actually a 69 to 73, so he's not going to be any better than a 73 overall potential. So what we're going to do right now is promote him to the senior squad. 17-year-old Walters is going to make his debut, and we're going to get some gameplay with him as well in his debut and see how he does. So we're getting a review on our move with Jameson, and it is a B. We get a B grade. We sell him for a great price. What was the max we could have got? Best possible deal was 260,000. So we sell Brennan, we got good squad depth, and we get some money. Now, does it already tell us how much we're gonna get? It does. So we'll add 150,000 to the transfer budget and the income and funds for the player sold. So that's huge. Does it show it or reflect it already in our budget overview is the question. And it does not. It still shows the 10,842. I don't know if I'm reading that correctly. I'm not a big FC guy. We also got a message from Walters, our newcomer, and he's going to be a big factor in this team moving forward. And we got some updated scouting reports. Nobody's completed. We got some guys that are close. Let's go ahead and get... Oh, no, he's getting scouted right now. Can we get somebody scouted? All right, let's get Hayden Can scouted, and then Daniel Pike will also be able to get scouted as well. So we got some movement, we got a new debut, we got a storyline to pay attention to. So let's jump into the game with our new right winger. He's going to play right wing in his debut in Walters. So let's get into a game with Walters and see how he is. All right, it's time to jump into a gameplay. We got Thomas Walters making his debut for Newport County. Huge debut, because we're gonna need some help there on the wings, as we have no right winger that could actually play the position. We've been using other people to kind of, you know, fill in the role, and we're gonna have a matchup against Wimbledon. God, we are terrible with names. We also didn't read it correctly. Wimbledon. We're still pronouncing it wrong, most likely. So player lock-in, as you could see, we could change the camera. Given the fact that this is a pro, we're gonna go ahead with this pro camera. I feel like it fits more. Really, you know, highlight the fact that we are playing with somebody. Gonna need some of our team to pick up. Get a chance to have a break. That's gonna be given to me. Got Walters. A nice through ball to the wing. Putting some pressure, but that's turned over. Remember, we're playing an inside forward. We gotta keep that in mind. Try not to use all our stamina as well. We got a chance with Walters here. Are we offsides? No flag yet. Walters with his first attempt on goal, and it's gonna be saved. What a save. No flag too. We made a nice run, but unfortunately unable to finish. Good save by the keeper. See if we could make another run here. That's gonna be a through ball. Walters, and there's the goal. Walters in his debut with the goal. Gotta love the through ball. Walters making a difference in his debut with his first career goal. The 17-year-old. What a shot and what a finish that was. Done beautifully. A nice run through the middle and a beautiful finish. So at halftime, a 1-0 lead for us, and Walters with the goal to start this game and really kick off his career on a positive track. Walters making a difference already. You love to see something like that. So here to kick off the second half. We'll see if we're able to do some more damage with Walters as he makes a big play. Got a chance here. We're gonna go wide, but that's way too far. Tried to hit our striker, but we could not. Gonna hit a lead ball here. We got a chance. Oh, getting too fancy. The striker there, number 7, and turns it over. We're gonna try to pressure though. See if we could win the ball back with this high press. That's gonna be turned over by us as after we got the high press turnover. Give it right back to him. Gonna see if we could beat him around the edge. Walters. Oh, missed tackle. Walters got a chance to do it again. And he puts it in. Walters on the counter. After a bad take on a corner, Walters on the counter is able to get into the box and finish once again the second goal of his young career here in his debut match. The story of Walters. You gotta love it. Walters trying to make an assist. We kick it way too far. Way too far, but we still got the ball, and that's deflected by the goalkeeper. We tried to get an assist, but we kicked that way too far for our player to make a play on that. And that's going to do a 2-0 win for Newport County. Walters with both goals in this one. A fantastic debut from Walters gets us the victory. We gotta love when you're, you know, rookie, or you're what's the word for a youth prospect, or your wonder kid, quote unquote wonder kid, makes a difference in the match. And Walters did just that, giving us a victory, a much needed victory that we needed. All right, we got another month down. We're here on January 1st, and a new transfer window has opened up. So we're gonna start selling some of these players. And the first one to go, I forgot who exactly this is. Who did we sell first? Was it Wildig? It might have been Wildig. I can't remember who's our first sale. It's been a while. So we sell one player. We're gonna have another cutscene. We're working out another player, but a sale, and hopefully we could get some money into this transfer budget. So there was one player going, I forgot who that was. So let's do the unread emails. And it is Wildig. Wildig is gone, and then also Jameson. So those two players are gone. That being said, did we get some more budget to deal with? Let's take a look if our budget changed. Yes, we do have $285,000. 285,609 euros. I said dollars, it's euros. Forgive me, I'm from America. So it was a good month. That's the thing. Ever since we had Walter's debut, I forgot which game Walters debuted, and it was the league game. Yep, on the 3rd against Wimbledon. We won 2-0. We did lose the cup game, but we won every single game but the last game since then. So we went 4-1. 4-0-1 in that month, which is huge because that also helps us with the standings, which we'll get to. We'll figure out a way. So we're 20th now with 25 points, and we're trending upwards. We are trending upwards, and people are coming back. So it's starting to have a bright future for us when it comes to, you know, guys like guys like Walter, who have made a huge impact at that right wing. And taking a look at some of his stats, I don't know if it will show it here. We probably have to go to the stats itself. Ever since he debuted, we'd have to go to team stats. So taking a look at Walter's specifically, 5 appearances, he has 5 goals, no assists. So he's scored in every appearance, and I think the average is the match average, I would assume. His match rating, 74. So he has appeared and scored in every single game so far. We did have 2 in his debut, and he's had 3 in the next 4 games that he appeared in. And this is an EFL League 2. I don't know if he didn't do anything in the cup game because we didn't even score a goal, but he's been very promising, and we love to see that. We still got other youth prospects that we'll take more looks at and see if we're going to call up another one, but he's been a breath of fresh air and really has helped this team. But that's going to do it for this one. If you're enjoying the content, please down below like, comment, and subscribe. I'm your boy Is Nefarious, and I am out of here.